Good evening and welcome, folks, to a Saturday night full of PIHANA hockey. We are here at the RBC Center as the Battle of Ontario is set to commence between the Ottawa Mounties and the Toronto Royals. Here tonight, I am Les Talk, excited to be with you here as the month of August starts to wind down. We get ready for some PIHANA hockey. We are off and running. Puck drop here. Ottawa with the opening draw, turned over to Jeremiah. Jeremiah across the blue line, sticked away. Blaha now with it. Blaha will lose it. Turned over to Jeremiah again. Now Vico will have it. Vico hit hard there by Alexanderson. Johansson will have it. Johansson looks to get it up ice. He will. Now Kawaguchi with it across the red line over to Jeremiah and sticked away. Jeremiah and Vico press to the boards. Puck will come up and out of the zone. Johansson will be on it. He'll get it to Kawaguchi. Retreat to Alexanderson. Now Jeremiah. Jeremiah in. Knocked away. Kawaguchi now with it. Along the far boards. Tries to flip it over and Breckenridge intercepts. Playing it off the stick of Jeremiah. Breckenridge over to the flame. Denied there by Belotis. Puck hops in the air and Johansson will have it. Stick back behind the net by Belotis. And now Johansson will carry. He'll get it up to Kawaguchi. Up to Jeremiah. Jeremiah with some room here. CC Jeremiah. Spins it back to Alexanderson. Shot gloved away by Vandelar. Puck comes free to Jeremiah. It's still loose there at the near boards. And now LaFlame able to carry away up to Franks. Olsen keeps it in. Over to Marshall. Now Alexanderson will walk down. Olsen with a backhand goes way wide. Picked up by Breckenridge. Over to LaFlame. LaFlame across the red line. Tries to make a move. He's bumped off the puck by Olsen. LaFlame now behind the net. Feeds it in front. Denied there. And puck goes, caroms away from the blue paint there as McNevin with a great opportunity. Armando with a takeaway. McNevin, Armando down low, and it's denied there by Belotis, and he'll hold right there. So 2 games coming up here tonight on a Saturday night. We are here for the Battle of Ontario, and then New York, following their underwhelming loss to Calgary last night. They now find themselves still in Western Canada as they'll face the Edmonton Dinos on the second game of a back-to-back tonight against Edmonton. Armando to the blue line, now exits the zone and flips it in from the red line. Svensson gets it up ice to Marshall. Marshall over to Allard. Allard across the blue line. Allard skates in, he'll lose the puck. Sundstrom now away. 5 minutes gone here in the first, still nothing on the scoreboard so far. Thibault will have it, pressed to the boards there by McNevin, kicked free to Marshall. Marshall will look to skate up ice, he'll get it over to Svensson, now to Allard. Allard across the blue line, stops up. Armando takes it away. Armando with it at his own bench, now retreats. Shabakowski goes cross ice to McNevin along the near boards. Thibault loses the puck there to Sundstrom. Ostergaard, then he gets hammered by Sundstrom, and then another big hit. This one by Vesla and Thibault, and there's going to be a penalty. So a charge here on Alexander Vesla. So a power play coming up here for Toronto. Kawaguchi against Markov here. Top power play unit out for Toronto. Arvidsson will lose the puck. Now Kawaguchi on it. Tries to feed it down low, and it's picked off there. Kawaguchi keeps it in the zone. Goes back to Svensson. Now Jeremiah to Johansson. Svensson to Johansson. Shot gets blocked in front. Arvidsson now denied. And Vandelar. Puck was loose for a second. And he's able to get on top of that to get the whistle. Faceoff will come again to the left of Vandelar. Kawaguchi now will face off against Sundstrom. Minute 37 left here on the power play. 13:22 in the period itself. Sundstrom wins the draw back to Shabakowski, and he'll flip it all the way out. Puck comes all the way down. Johansson will be the first one on it. He'll advance up ice to Arvidsson. Arvidsson cuts to the middle, loses the puck for a second. Jeremiah enters the zone, being measured up by Blaha. Now Sundstrom picks up that loose puck and gets it out. Johansson with it behind his own net. Now we'll look to get things going. Over to Svensson, up ice to Jeremiah. Jeremiah knocked away at the blue line, then flips in, unable to get it deep though. Sundstrom will get this one deep all the way down. It'll be picked up down there by Svensson. Svensson will go on the attack, get it over to Marshall. Marshall feeds it up to Ostergaard. Ostergaard loses it. Marshall trying to keep it in the zone. It'll be knocked away. Sharev will flip in. First one back there will be Svensson. He'll look to advance. He'll go cross ice to Ostergaard. Ostergaard Now enters the zone. Has Marshall and Kawaguchi going. Marshall shoots it wide. Kawaguchi now. He'll get to the middle. Marshall denied there by Vandelar. And he'll hold right there. So a good couple opportunities for Toronto there. Still here on the power play. Just 14 seconds left. The second unit out there. Second under 12 minutes left here in the first period. Franks, as the faceoff was won away by Ottawa and flipped all the way down. That'll do it for the power play as the clock winds down right there. So back to 5-on-5. Vesla returns from the charging call. And now Toronto looks to go on the attack here. Good kill by Ottawa. Didn't allow Toronto to get much set up. Across, Costa shoots it wide. Ostergaard at the side of the cage. Unable to get control of that. Slavic now gets it over to Breckenridge. Breckenridge will enter the zone. Breckenridge stops up just inside the blue line. Tries to flip it down to Vesla and it'll be picked off by Marshall. Van Ostergaard to the red line and in. Puck picked up back there by Franks. Franks to go up ice to Sundstrom. Sundstrom sticked away there for a second and now Ostergaard. Ostergaard will carry. Olsen, he'll lose the puck. Costa, shots denied. Armando with it. Now it's knocked away. Franks over to Sundstrom. Sundstrom tries to enter the zone and it's knocked off his stick. Cade Marshall will have it. Marshall goes cross ice to Long. Now Olsen will skate up. Olsen to Costa. Costa on the attack. Gets to the middle. Sticked away there. Thibault thought about going in after, but decided to go back to his defensive responsibilities. Knowles in the corner. Knowles behind the net. Misses the target in Armando. Armando now back with it. McNeil down low and shot goes wide. Thibault gets it up to Cousins. Now Long will have it. Another penalty coming up here for Ottawa. Costa shot gets blocked to the corner and it will be touched up there by Woodard. So 8:33 left here and another charge call. This one on Tony McNeil for the Mounties. So top power play unit out there again against Markov. And it'll be won away by Kawaguchi. Jeremiah goes cross ice to Johansson. Johansson will walk down. Shot gets blocked by Sharev. Sharev tries to get it out, but it'll be knocked down. Puck loose there at the far boards. Kawaguchi on it. Kawaguchi and and Markov continue to battle now. Markov wins the puck away and gets it all the way down. Svensson will have it in the near corner. Puck comes on net to Belotis, but he'll just feed it out to Svensson. Kawaguchi now. He'll go to the far boards to Arvidsson. Arvidsson stops up Jeremiah to Kawaguchi. They can't get a shot away. Puck loose in front again. Still loose there, and now Blaha will take away. Sharev will be able to get it all the way out. Just over a minute here on the power play. Jeremiah gets it sticked away by Blaha. He'll press him to the penalty doors there. Johansson has it now up to Kawaguchi. Goes to the far boards to Arvidsson to Jeremiah. Jeremiah sticked away at the blue line. Markov will have it. Markov will flip it in. Toronto back there on it. Svensson up to Johansson. He'll get it up ice to Ostergaard. Ostergaard shot blocked in front. And now Blaha able to clear it all the way down. 15 seconds left here on the power play. Another what looks to be unsuccessful power play for Toronto with just 6 seconds. Costa to Ostergaard. He's got room. Ostergaard to Costa. Denied by Vandelar. Might have clanged off the crossbar as well. Costa to Marshall. Denied there by Vandelar, and he'll get a glove on top of that. 6:20 left here in the first. Face off here. Marshall will go up against LaFlame. Marshall wins it back to Alexanderson. He'll walk down. Gets it cross ice to Arvidsson on the backhand. Marshall. Puck is loose there right at the post. And it wouldn't go. Marshall with a great opportunity there. And it just wouldn't go for the Toronto Royals. Face off here. LaFlame against Medved. Face off will be won by Belay. Belay walks to the near boards, now away. Vico pressed there against the penalty doors again. Alexanderson up to Long, now Cousins. He'll enter the zone and get it taken away by Woodard. And Flame loses it there, now Woodard. He'll go cross ice to Belay, over to Vico. Vico back to Woodard, now to LaFlame. LaFlame shot glove by Belotis. A great opportunity there. Just under 5 minutes left here in the first period. Still scoreless. Both Belotis and Vandelar have done their job so far here tonight. Top line out there for Ottawa against the fourth line for Toronto. Laflamme against Medved. In the dot, and Laflamme wins it back. Woodard goes cross ice to Belay. And now Vico in the high slot was on his backhand, so couldn't really get a shot away. Laflamme to Vico with a one-timer, and it's gloved by Belotis. Great reaction from the goaltender there. .430 left here in the first. Face-off won by Ottawa. Belay down low to McNevin, and it's denied there. So now a little more pressure at the opposite end on Toronto, or excuse me, for Ottawa. Belotis having to come up big here. This first period winds down. Sundstrom wins back to Woodard. Shot gets blocked. Johansson will take it away. Johansson flips in, allows his team, his forwards to go on the forecheck. Armando will retreat, being watched by Jeremiah. Armando able to get free of Jeremiah and get it out to McNevin. McNevin bodied there, and now Sundstrom in. Sundstrom with a chance, block it away. Oh, it was loose in the blue paint, and Belotis will get on top of that. So another great opportunity for Ottawa. Face off now to the right of Belotis. Kawaguchi against Sundstrom. Ottawa dominating in the dot so far. Olsen will take that one away as it was tied up there. Johansson turns it over in the neutral zone. Johansson back on it. He'll go over to Kawaguchi. Kawaguchi at the near boards. Bump there. And it'll be offside as Armando was just in ahead there. Face off now outside the Toronto zone. Fetisov will go up against McNeil. Fetisov wins it back to Alexanderson. Alexanderson up ice. Loses it in the skates of Knowles. Knowles then gets it sticked away by Alexanderson. Puck is loose in the neutral zone. Still loose. Comes into the zone. Fetisov to Johansson. Johansson trying to get it out. It'll go to Fetisov. Now to Costa. DJ Costa sticked away. And now Ostergaard will have it. He'll lose it. It'll go across to McNeil. Tony McNeil tries to get across. He'll continue. Tony McNeil with a chance, and it's stopped there. In front, Markov. He'll be hit hard. Franks goes back to the point to Markov. Now Belay. He'll go down low. Markov with a chance. It's sticked away. Ostergaard. Nearing a minute left here in the first. Costa gets to the front of the net, and it doesn't get on net. Belay will knock that one down. Laflamme has it. Being watched there by Johansson. He's hammered there by the defenseman. Alexanderson now up ice to Marshall. Marshall gets it up to Arvidsson, who will flip in. Blaha, first one on it. Pressed to the boards by Ostergaard. Kicked up the boards. It'll be Johansson. He'll go up high to Arvidsson with a slap shot. Blocked in front by Laflamme. And a penalty here coming to Ottawa with just 7 seconds left here in the first. So Blaha going to be guilty of a trip. So just 7 seconds here. They'll have a minute 53 after this period comes to an end. See if they can maybe get a goal before the end of the first, but a face-off win there by Ottawa, and that will just about do it with 3 seconds left. And the horn will sound right there. So the end of the first period, scoreless after one in the Battle of Ontario. We sit 0-0. We'll head to our first intermission. Be back with you folks for the start of the second period from RBC Center. Welcome back, folks. We are ready after a short break for the start of the second period here from Toronto, the Battle of Ontario. I'm Les Talk with you here. 0-0 as we start the second frame here. Toronto, though, will start the period on the power play. They'll have a minute 53 of power play time here in the second period. Arvidsson sticked away for a second, and now Olsen will pick it up. He'll go up ice to Kawaguchi. Kawaguchi being watched there, and they'll be just in offside. Looked like it was going to be close there, but Kawaguchi gets bumped over the line before Arvidsson could clear. So just like that, they bring out the second power play unit. Interesting strategy here, but they'll go Costa now against Markov. Maybe disappointed with a little, flippant play there in the neutral zone, loses the puck a couple times. Wins the draw, and now Sharev will flip it out. First one back there is Olsen. Olsen looks to get it up ice. He'll get it up ice to Ostergaard. Ostergaard will enter the zone. In front. Oh, and it's shot just wide by Marshall. Puck is loose behind the net. Slavic will pick it up. He'll get it to Sharev, and Sharev will get it out. Under a minute left here. On the power play, Marshall now to Costa. Costa across the red line, enters the zone. Costa being watched there by a few Mounties. In front. Goes off the stick of Ostergaard to the corner. Ostergaard gets to the middle. Shot denied there. Puck was loose and Slavic picks it up. Slavic will go off the boards and out. 25 seconds left here on the power play. Olsen will go back on it. He'll get it over to Marshall. Marshall trying to get it up ice. Being watched there by Sharev. Costa exits the zone. Now gets to the red line. Enters. Ostergaard denied there at the side of the cage. Ostergaard up high to Costa. Now Marshall denied there by Vandelar just as the power play comes to an end. Almost 2 minutes gone here in the second period. Ottawa able to kill off another penalty here. So they are just sort of surviving right now. Not good news for Toronto. The longer you keep Ottawa in this game, the longer it feels like Ottawa's got a chance to come up with the upset here tonight. Sundstrom across the red line will flip in. Toronto not getting a ton of opportunities. Only 7 shots in that first period, despite having 2 power plays, being outshot there. And now a power play is going to come for Ottawa. So a slash, I didn't see who it was on. It'll be Alexanderson, guilty of a slash. Yep, Alexanderson just trying to get that loose puck there in the middle. And ends up with a slashing call against him. So now, big moment here for Ottawa. They've outplayed Toronto to this point, and now they have a power play opportunity. See if they can come through here. Breckenridge now, he'll look to get up ice. Breckenridge across the red line. Sticked away as he tried to enter the zone. Bowman will go deep with it. Franks has it now. He'll look to skate up ice. He'll get it over to LaFlame. LaFlame across the red line now enters the zone. LaFlame continues. He'll go to the middle to Vico. Sticked away there on the pass. And then broken up again. Toronto now able to exit the zone. Fetisov, he'll go for a skate. Watched by Vico. Fetisov cuts to the middle. Flips it back and it'll be intercepted by LaFlame. LaFlame then loses it. Bowman will enter the zone. Vincent Bowman. Shot. Knocked down by Vandelar. He'll keep play going. 45 seconds left here on the power play. Breckenridge now at the far boards. Being watched there. Johansson will get it away. He'll flip it into the Ottawa bench. So we'll get another face-off down in the Toronto zone. Sundstrom against Marshall here in the dot. Draw one. Schneider. Shot. Unable to get it on now. Now Allard will have it. Lane Allard goes off the glass and out. Be picked up at the red line by Blaha. Schneider enters the zone. Being watched by Thibault. Schneider across to Blaha. Shot gets blocked in front. Might have gone off the glove of Belotis, but it looked like it didn't get to the goaltender. Puck will weakly come on net, and Belotis will hold that one there. 15:33 left here in the second period. Both goalies so far standing strong. Vandelar and Belotis. No goals allowed. So we're close to 25 minutes gone here in the game. Sundstrom against Costa. Sundstrom wins it back. Blaha walks down and gets it over to Blay. One-timer glove by Belotis. Armando with a one-timer from the point. And he couldn't get it past the Latvian goaltender. Shots are 13-10 here in favor of Ottawa. Just 3 seconds left here on the power play. Sundstrom against Costa. Sundstrom wins it back to Belay. Belay will walk the line. Slap shot goes wide. Picked up by Johansson. Johansson then will be pressed to the boards by Sundstrom. Kicks it behind and his own net to Costa. Costa to Cousins. Cousins now looks to get up ice. Cousins tries to get it to the middle and he's unable to. Cousins now down low to Costa. Costa flips it up high. Turned over there by Sigurdsson. Armando will have it. Armando will get it deep. Johansson on it, pressed there by Schneider. Fetisov now after it was kicked up the board. Sigurdsson along the near boards to the red line and in. Blaha press to the boards there against Costa. Puck comes free. It'll be Sundstrom on it. He'll go to the middle to Armando. Armando will lose the puck there. It'll come on net to Vandelar. He'll just keep play going. Blaha will have it. He'll get it over to Armando. Armando being watched there by a few Toronto defenders. He'll just flip it in from the red line. Johansson has it against the far boards. Kicks it up the boards. Belay will have it. In front, Armando with a chance. Denied there by Belotis. Good pad save there. And then Belotis hop back on it. Puck comes on net again to Belotis. He'll keep play going again. Johansson loses it there to Armando. They'll continue to battle at the far boards. Puck comes loose. Johansson back on it as Costa was able to poke it to the defenseman. Johansson gets it up ice to Fetisov. 8 minutes gone here in the second. Still scoreless. Knowles up ice. Being watched there. He'll lose it. Kawaguchi now will enter the zone. He'll get it over to Fetisov. Damian Fetisov down low to Kawaguchi. Can't wrap it around. Kawaguchi back to Fetisov. He scores! So Kawaguchi with a great steal there. Feeds it over to Demian Fetisov, and he buries it past Cameron Vandelar. So that'll be the icebreaker here. Close to 11 and a half minutes left here in the second. Kawaguchi had a chance on that little wrap shot, but it was disrupted there. Goes off the side of the cage. He then gets a steal right in front of the net, pokes it back to Fetisov, and he buries it. Johansson now will skate down low. It'll be saved there by Vandelar. Puck is loose. Markov now skates away. Markov to the red line, being watched by Kawaguchi, poked out of the zone. Then big hit there by Jeremiah. Puck is loose. Markov has it. He'll go to Breckenridge. Breckenridge skates down. Stick away there. Goes wide of the cage. One-timer denied there. Looked like it was blocked out in front by Johansson. Alexanderson now looking to skate out of the zone. He gets it out. Gets it up to Olsen. Olsen along the far boards, loses it to Breckenridge. Franks will get it up ice. He'll turn it over to Marshall. Marshall to Thibault. Thibault gets to the red line. Now enters the zone. Flips in deep. Laflame will have it. Laflame over to Franks. Franks to Laflame. Now goes cross ice to Markov. Markov will cut in. Markov with a backhander. And it's blockered away by Belotis. Svensson to Arvidsson. Arvidsson sticked away from Laflame right there at the Ottawa bench. Now Breckenridge will take away. He's hit by Svensson and taken away by the Norwegian defenseman. Flipped in by Allard. Franks pressed there by Arvidsson. Puck is loose behind the Ottawa net. Still loose. Laflame now in front to Arvidsson. Oh, and Allard couldn't get a stick on that. Blaha with a good takeaway. Knocked away there. Markov now will try to enter the zone. He'll exit the Ottawa zone, or the Toronto zone, excuse me. Blaha retreats back into his own zone. Franks with a backhand. Up ice to Laflame. Laflame loses it to the middle, and Long will take it away. Cousins up ice to Medved. Fourth line out here for Toronto. Medved loses it to the middle. And Sundstrom, he's going to have an opportunity. He's in by himself. Sundstrom denied there, and the puck, or excuse me, the net off its moorings there. Denied by Belotis. 7:08 left here in the second period. 1-0 Toronto. Sundstrom against Medved. Second line out for Ottawa against the fourth line for Toronto. Long will lose it there at the far boards, but now picked up. Medved will have it. Medved to the corner, goes behind the net to Cousins. Cousins will skate out in front, tried to get it to the middle. Unable, it was broken up. And now Long in front, denied there. Good opportunity for Medved. Long with a good setup from behind the cage. Medved skates down into the high slot, gets it knocked away. Bowman loses it there at the blue line, and now McNevin will go for a skate. He'll flip in. Back there will be Sigurdsson, pressed there by Armando. Armando still with it. He'll go up high to Woodard. Now to McNevin. McNevin loses the puck. Belay with it. Peter Belay skates down. Shot blockered away there. It'll come to the corner. Puck is still loose. Sigurdsson pressed there by Armando. They'll dig away. Puck is still being sort of fought for. Now Sigurdsson for Toronto will get it out to Olsen. Olsen will skate up ice. Under 5 minutes left here in the second. Olsen stops up. Over to Sigurdsson. Shot blocked away. Woodard now clears it up to Vesla, who gets it out of the zone. Vesla will dump in. Looks like Johansson will be the first one on it. Up to Jeremiah. Jeremiah continues, retreats, gets it to Johansson. It'll be kept in by Vesla. Sharev down low. Puck was loose there in the blue paint, and Belotis will hold that one there. Just under 4 minutes left here in the second period. So now face-off coming to the left of Belotis. Schneider against Kawaguchi, top line for Toronto, third line for Ottawa. Face-off won by Kawaguchi, back to Alexanderson. Alexanderson loses the puck to Vesla. Little indecision there from the defenseman. but Kawaguchi able to dig it free. It'll come to Jeremiah. Puck sent back in to Alexanderson. As Toronto now looks to exit the zone. Kawaguchi being watched by Shavkovsky, goes to the corner. Gets it in front to Olsen. Now picked up by Kawaguchi. He's bumped off the puck by Shavkovsky. Sharev still with it. Retreats in his own zone. Goes up ice to Schneider. He'll be bumped off the puck. And now we'll have a fight here. Shavkovsky against Olsen. Olsen with a big hit there. And Shavkovsky, the big Russian, taking offense to the hit. Olsen holding his own here so far against Shavkovsky. But it's quite a tall task to go up against this man. They'll continue to go. Olsen over the top. Olsen with another one. Shavkovsky with two big shots there. Olsen undercut. Olsen misses over the top. They'll continue to go. And down goes Shavkovsky. So a bit of a surprise there. Leif Olsen delivers the hit. And now he and Shavkovsky will skate in tandem over to the penalty box and sit there for 5 minutes each. Face-off coming to the right of Vandelar. Fetisov will go up against Laflame. 2:50 left here in the second. 1-0. Toronto on the goal by Demian Fetisov. Face-off one. Alexanderson down to Ostergaard. Fetisov sticked away for a second. Now Ostergaard with it. It'll come free to Belay. Belay over. Now Breckenridge gets it poked away. Breckenridge now back with it. Breckenridge in alone against Alexanderson. Absorbs the hit. Puck is loose in front, and Laflame will have it behind the cage. In front of Breckenridge. Glove by Belotis. He'll keep play going. Alexanderson will have it. Go up to Costa. Taken away by Breckenridge. Then Fetisov. And now Alexanderson with a little bit of room enough to now get it up to Ostergaard. Ostergaard in. Over to Costa. Denied there by Vandelar. So a good 2-on-1 opportunity there for the Royals. And it is denied by Cameron Vandelar, who's played well here through about 39 minutes of this game. McNeil against Kawaguchi. McNeil able to box him out, win the draw. Arvidsson will pick it up, though. Kawaguchi feeds it over to Jeremiah. Jeremiah gets it lost in Peter Belay's skates. Belay to Markov. Markov across the red line, now enters the zone. Markov down low to McNeil. Markov back with it. Markov loses the puck in front. Arvidsson over to Johansson. Johansson to Jeremiah. Jeremiah sticked away there. Knowles pressed there by Jeremiah. Puck will come free with just 20 seconds left here in the second. Slavic in his own zone looks to skate up. He's being watched there by Jeremiah. Goes cross ice. Markov with it. 4 seconds left here. Knowles will lose the puck. In front, Jeremiah. Oh, glove by Vandelar right at the horn. So a good opportunity right there at the buzzer. And Toronto unable to get it through. So just one goal through 40 minutes. Demian Fetisov set up right here by Victor Kawaguchi. And we'll head to the second intermission before a great third period from RBC Center in Toronto. All right, we are ready to go for a great third period in store for the Battle of Ontario between the Toronto Royals and the Ottawa Mounties. Toronto with a 1-0 lead entering the final frame here. Kawaguchi against Laflame, won by Laflame. Puck will be sent all the way down into the Ottawa zone. Franks will have it behind his own net, now skate up. Watched there by Jeremiah, gets it up ice to Vico. Vico exits the zone, being watched there by Jeremiah. He'll turn back. Vico up to Breckenridge. Breckenridge knocked off the puck there. Kawaguchi will skate in on it. It'll be Jeremiah to the red line, and Jeremiah flips in. Franks will have it behind his own cage, pressed there by Arvidsson. Olsen in the box for 5 minutes for the fighting. He and Vlad Shavkovsky for another 2 minutes, or for now another about 40 seconds. Puck in front, Vico, shot goes wide. Good opportunity. Breckenridge up high to Blaha, goes across to Franks. Franks will walk down. Franks sticked away there. Arvidsson will have it. 2 minutes gone here in the third. Arvidsson loses it in his own zone, gets it over to Johansson. Delivered to Jeremiah. Jeremiah to the red line. Unable to get it deep, but now we're going to have another fight. So right as that first fight looks like it'll come off the board, Jeremiah now will skate to the bench with looks like a head injury. It'll be Blaha against Johansson, so two heavyweights going at it here, and Blaha with a good over-the-top shot. Sends Johansson to the ice, and they will both head to the box. Fetisov now against Sundstrom, 17:41 left here in the third. Toronto leading 1-0 here. Thibault in. Thibault alone. Oh, and he gets it sticked away there before he can get a shot away. Sundstrom will skate behind his own net, get it up to Slavic. Slavic across the red line. Watch there. Gets it over to Shabakowski. Shabakowski to McNevin. McNevin hit there by Ostergaard. Puck is loose in the corner. Now Alexanderson will have it up to Thibault. To Fetisov. Fetisov will get the red line and backhand it in. Slavic able to dodge the hit from Costa along the end boards. McNevin skating away. Gets it over to the near boards to Sundstrom. Sundstrom to McNevin. Stop there. They score! It'll be Steven Armando on the board for Ottawa to make this a tie game, one apiece, 16-16 left here in a rivalry game. It's kind of one of those games you throw out the records. Toronto's had a much better season through the first month. And a penalty going to come up here. Kawaguchi looks like he's going to be guilty of either a trip or a slash. Didn't quite see it from my angle. Just saw it was Kawaguchi skating away. It is going to be a trip on Victor Kawaguchi, so he'll head to the box. So now Ottawa, right after they get the equalizer, now we'll go on the power play with an opportunity to take the lead. 15:49 left here in the third. Marshall against LaFlame. LaFlame wins it back. Vico, they score on the one-timer by Breckenridge. So just like that, a face-off win, which has been an issue for Toronto, not just tonight, but in their season in general. They win it back to Vico. He sets up Breckenridge for a one-timer, a blistering shot. And just like that, Ottawa, in the first 4:15 of this period, takes the lead away from Toronto. They lead 2-1 here in the third. The fans here at RBC Center stunned with what has happened here. Allard across the line. He'll flip it deep. Shabakowski pressed there by Kawaguchi. He'll get it free to Breckenridge. Breckenridge over to Franks. Franks will lose it there. Kawaguchi on it in the corner. Goes up high to Olsen. Olsen will turn. Get down low. Olsen denied there. Oh, and the rebound was free, but Frank's able to clear it away from any danger. Kawaguchi kicks it up the board to Alexanderson. Olsen will lose it. It'll go behind the Ottawa net. Breckenridge will have it. Breckenridge now to Franks. Franks being watched there by Olsen. Up ice to Shabakowski to LaFlame. LaFlame up ice. Now Breckenridge, the goal scorer moments ago. Breckenridge now gets free. Skates to the corner. He'll lose the puck there. Puck is loose. Breckenridge back on it. In front to Vico. Vico! Shot goes wide. Good opportunity there from Abraham Vico. LaFlame then will be denied by Belotis. And he'll hold right there. 13:21 left in the third period from Toronto. Fetisov against Schneider. Sharev denied there by Belotis. Puck is up in the air, and then Sharev. Oh, a good save there by Belotis with the glove. Puck is loose, comes up there. Alexanderson gets over to Ostergaard. Ostergaard will exit the zone. Ottawa, their defense standing up here tonight. See if they can keep it going. Fetisov in front to Ostergaard. Oh, what a save by Vandelar with the glove. So a great chance there. Fetisov digs it off the wall. Gets it in front to Ostergaard, and he's denied by Vandelar. So we sit 2-1 Ottawa. 12:25 left here in the third. Toronto, their offense has not been as strong here tonight. Not as many opportunities. Only 17 shots on net. 16 of them saved by Vandelar. Sharev stays wide. He'll be bumped off by Johansson. Johansson kicks it up the boards. Fetisov will have it. Demian Fetisov across the red line, flips in, and that'll go out of play, so we'll come outside the Ottawa zone for a face-off. 11:36 here in what would be one of the biggest upsets of the first month here. The last place Mounties with a lead on the first place Toronto Royals here in Toronto. Face-off here for Fetisov, wins it back to Alexanderson, over to Ostergaard. Ostergaard will flip in. Woodard press there. Puck will come free. It'll be Sundstrom on it. Sundstrom across the red line. Sundstrom tries to get free, and he's bumped off the puck there. Oh, and then a trip here. So now Toronto will go on the power play with 10:49 left. Steven Armando guilty of the trip there. Easy call there against on Alexanderson. Kawaguchi now against Schneider here in the dot. Kawaguchi wins it back. Svensson walks down over to Johansson. Arvidsson tries to feed it down low to Kawaguchi. It's broken up. Kawaguchi to the point to Johansson. Kept in. Oh, now it'll exit the zone. Svensson and Johansson, a bit of a miscommunication. Svensson will enter the zone. Feeds it across. Oh, and we're going to get a 5-on-3 here. So a slash on Tony McNeil. I didn't see the call. Apologies for that. So we'll see it here on the replay coming up. So on Svensson there. So I thought it was just a miscommunication there at the line. But it turns out Svensson had the puck and then it was slashed out of his hands. Or off his stick, I should say. Face-off won by Markov. Blaha to Shavakowski, and he'll get it out. So a minute 30 of 5-on-3 play here for Toronto, with an opportunity to equalize this game after coughing up the lead here in the third period. Kawaguchi now in alone. Oh, he's denied by Vandelar. What a save there. Puck flipped all the way down. It'll come behind Belotis. Picked up by Johansson. Kawaguchi with a great opportunity at the front of the net, but denied. Kawaguchi will lose it to Blaha. Blaha over to Shavakowski, and he'll get it out. So good play here from Ottawa, minus the breakaway they gave up to Kawaguchi. They have played very well here so far on the 5-on-3. But now Kawaguchi, he's belted off the puck. Ostergaard will be the first one to it in the corner. Behind the net to Arvidsson. Denied in front. Arvidsson back on it to Ostergaard. Back to Johansson. They score! Oh, they're going to say no goal. They're going to say, was it goalie interference or was it a high stick? I couldn't see anything there on the replay. It is a good goal. So it will be Victor Kawaguchi. They thought he had it with a high stick. But on the contrary, it was a legal play. So Kawaguchi, a power play goal to get things tied up here. Johansson and Ostergaard with the assists on the play. They'll have 42 seconds left of power play time. Just a man advantage here. They were on the 5-on-3 still when that goal was scored. Slavic will flip all the way down. 9 minutes left here in the third period. Olsen gets it up ice to Marshall. Now Long. Long has an advantage here. Shot denied by Vandelar, and he'll hold right there. So good opportunity going to the net for Darren Long there, and it was denied by Vandelar. Face-off coming here to the right of Vandelar. Costa will go up against Schneider. They'll upgrade Brent Cousins to this power play unit. Cousins pressed to the boards there by Belay. Puck is loose. Cousins able to skate away with it. Cousins to the front. Doesn't get a pass or a shot away there as it was loose there. Power play will come to an end. So Ottawa able to kill off the man advantage, but gives up the lead as we now sit 2-2 here in the third. Marshall in across the line, gets sticked away. Peter Belay with it. Belay will retreat in his own zone. Now feed it up to Woodard. Woodard up to Sharev. Sharev flips it in. Thibault pressed there by Vesla. Cousins up to Olsen. Costa will get the red line and flip in. First one down there is Belay. He's pressed there by Marshall. They'll continue to battle. They'll continue to dig away at it. Still being jammed away at there on the near board. Schneider now finally away with it for Ottawa. Good stretch pass to Vesla, being watched there by Olsen. Knocked away there. Puck is now loose at the far boards, and Olsen will take it away. LaFlame then takes it away from Cousins. Over to Vesla. Now back to Franks with a shot. Gloved away by Ostergaard. Taken away, Vico. Shot blocked. Vesla down low. Another stop there on LaFlame by Belotis. Cousins gets it up to Marshall. Marshall to the red line. 5.5 minutes left here in the third. All square. 2 apiece in the Battle of Ontario. Costa now down low. Backhand denied by Vandelar. It was loose there in the blue paint once again, and he'll get a glove on that. 5:16 left here in the third. Marshall against the Flame here. Second line for Toronto against the top line for Ottawa. Marshall wins it back. Johansson gets it blocked in front. Blaha now will carry away. Blaha out of the zone to the red line. Breckenridge trying to drag through. He'll have the puck now. Feeds it back to Franks. They'll go down to the corner to the Flame. Breckenridge. Oh, and he's denied there by Belotis. Breckenridge with a great opportunity. Belotis will get a glove on that. Feed it up to Alexanderson. To Marshall. To Johansson on the, or excuse me, to Allard on the far boards. Hit there by Breckenridge. Oh, and now they will get the stoppage there. The Flame was hurt behind the play. They were just waiting for Ottawa to touch the puck up. So no penalty coming to Alexanderson. It looked like a clean hit, but LaFlame will still be injured. He's down, unable to get up. So we'll have a face-off here to the left of Vandelar. 4:10. Top line out there for Toronto against the second line for Ottawa. Tied up. Armando, first one in on it. Poke checked away by Vandelar. Allard now with it in the corner. He's now playing up on that top line with CC Jeremiah out the rest of the game here. Sundstrom up to Armando. Armando to the red line and in. Alexanderson gets it up to Olsen. Olsen to Johansson. Now Kawaguchi along the far boards being watched by Blaha. Tries to feed it to the middle. And it'll go behind the net. Kawaguchi on it. In front. Oh, and Olsen couldn't get a shot away. Franks with a good stick there to intercept. McNevin to Sundstrom. Sundstrom enters the zone. Knocked away. Alexanderson will have it up to Johansson. And now Allard will have it. Allard tried to get it deep, but unable to. Allard now will enter the zone. He's hit hard there by Blaha. Casimir Blaha over to Bobby McNevin. He'll lose the puck there. It'll come out of the zone. Johansson will have it. He'll allow his forwards to regroup. Sundstrom with the takeaway. Armando gets to the middle. He'll get it taken away there. Johansson now with it. He'll skate back. Flip it cross ice to Alexanderson. Up to Costa. Puck is loose there. Now Kawaguchi will have it. Victor Kawaguchi to the red line. Unable to get it deep. Now he'll get it over to Costa. Costa enters the zone. Knocked off the puck there. Kawaguchi will have it along the near boards. A minute left here in the third. Breckenridge goes cross ice to Vico. Vico sticked away there. Vico now able to get free. Breckenridge. Shot stopped there by Belotis. So poor defensive gap work there by the Royals. Allows for a great opportunity. So it looks like Lane Allard hurt there on the hit by Blaha. He was down. Took quite a while for the forward to get up, and then he skated to the bench. He'll stay there along the bench there. Won't go back to the dressing room yet after the big hit by Blaha. Face-off coming here. 51 seconds left. It'll be Medved against Schneider. 51 seconds left here in the third. Tie along the draw, and Cousins will come away with it. Svensson gets it up to Long. Darren Long with it. Darren Long still with it. Darren Long, oh, and the shot goes deflected wide. Good opportunity there from Long. Sharev will have it. Being watched there by Cousins. He'll get put to the boards. Cousins in front. Taken away by Schneider. Cousins now behind the net. In front to Medved. Medved shot. Knocked away. Vandelar with a good stop. Sharev loses it there. And now Vessel will skate away. Alexander Vessel will flip in. First one back there will be Thibault. Thibault pressed there by Schneider. With 12 seconds left here. Away from both teams getting a point here tonight in the Battle of Ontario. Long to the red line and will flip in. Last opportunity for Toronto here. See if they can get something on the forecheck. Medved pressed there by Slavic. And the horn will sound. So we will head to overtime here in the Battle of Ontario. Goals by Armando and Breckenridge for Ottawa. Followed up by Fetisov and Kawaguchi for Toronto. We're going to head to the menu and just be right back with you as overtime will get started here. Kawaguchi will be joined by Ostergaard, and Sundstrom and Breckenridge will go at center ice. Franks with the draw won by Sundstrom. Franks in, kicked away by Belotis. Puck comes to the corner. It's free still. And a penalty coming up here. I believe they're going to get Kawaguchi on a hold in the corner there. They're just going to call interference. Oh, on Johansson, my fault. I really thought it was in the corner there, but no, they're going to say it was actually up high on Johansson. So now Ottawa with a great chance to get 2 points here as they will go to the power play. Sorry, I don't agree with that. The puck is literally on Sundstrom's stick when he hits him. I know he's looking to hit him before the puck gets there, but yeah, I don't agree with that call. But either way, doesn't matter what I think. Svensson gets it off the boards and out. Franks with it. He'll get it over to McNeil. Up to Vico. Vico will lose the puck. McNeil with it. McNeil hit there by Bowman. Puck will come deep. Marshall will have it. He'll go off the glass and out. 4 minutes left here in overtime. 1:20 on the power play for Ottawa. 4-on-3 power play here. McNevin across the blue line. McNevin in. Shot! Puck hops in the air, and now it'll come down to the stick of Bowman. Bowman will have it against the boards there, pressed by McNeil and Vico. Marshall able to get it away, and Marshall will get it out. Minute left here on the power play. Cross ice to McNevin along the near boards. McNevin tries to get around, and it'll be taken away. Svensson picks up the puck and gets it out. 40 seconds left on the power play for Ottawa. Vico pressed behind his own net by Marshall. They'll continue to dig away. McNeil and Marshall. They'll continue to dig. Puck comes free. Bowman with a huge hit on Vico in the Ottawa zone. Bowman now on his backhand. Can't get a shot away. Vico to Franks. Franks now. He'll slalom into the zone, but they'll be offsides. So it looked like McNevin was in a step early on the attack there. Ottawa dominating with shots on goal, leading 32-22. But it does not matter because the important scoreboard reads 2-2 at the moment. Sigurdsson will clear that one as that should bring the 4-on-3 to an end. It will. So Johansson out of the penalty box, skates right to the bench. And now they'll go right back onto the power play. So a trip against Fetisov here. Fetisov with the first goal of the game, the icebreaker here tonight. And now takes a bad penalty here. So now Sundstrom again in the dot. He'll face Ostergaard here. 2:19 left in overtime and 2 minutes on the 4-on-3. Armando walks down. Back to Blaha. Blaha denied there by Belotis, and he'll get a glove on that and hold right there. So right now for Toronto, they're either looking for a shorthanded goal or shorthanded opportunity, or they're just hoping for a shootout at this point. That's what it's looking like for Toronto. And I think they might have the advantage in a shootout, but we'll just have to see if we even get that far here tonight. Puck is knocked up in the air, kept in. Franks to Breckenridge. Blocker save by Belotis to the side of the net. Breckenridge tries to get it out front. He'll go to Sundstrom. Now Franks up high. Vico. They'll play catch. Him and Franks. Sundstrom denied in front by Belotis. He'll keep play going. And now a trip there to Ottawa. So a penalty coming up here as it'll be a trip on the Mounties. So we'll go 3-on-3 here. Be just regular overtime rules here. 3-on-3 for about a minute and a half. Is Sundstrom guilty of the trip there on Svensson? Arvidsson will face off against Schneider. And Schneider with the draw. Franks now to McNevin. McNevin hit there hard. Arvidsson now skates away with it. He'll retreat in his own zone, get it up ice to Svensson. Now Allard. Allard will skate in. Being watched there by Schneider. Arvidsson alone in front, and it's denied. Stick save there. Franks up ice, and now McNevin. The 2-on-1 coming here for Ottawa. McNevin, and sticked away there at the last second. Arvidsson now will have it. He'll go up ice to Long. Long retreats. Still in the neutral zone now. Arvidsson across the line. Arvidsson pulls up. Down low to Johansson, denied by Vandelaar. Long goes cross ice. Now Johansson down low to Long. And it's at the sides. It actually goes off the post and just rested there. And Vandelaar able to dive back and get in front of that one to keep it out of the net and keep this a 2-2 game here. 1:06 left in overtime. 47 seconds left here. Kawaguchi wins it back to Johansson. Kawaguchi now denied there, and Franks cleans up the rebound. Great opportunity there by Victor Kawaguchi. Breckenridge Sticked away there. Ostergaard will have it. Ostergaard will retreat in his own zone, go cross ice to Johansson. He'll go on the attack. Johannes Johansson to Kawaguchi. Kawaguchi in. He scores! So Victor Kawaguchi with the game winner here. He had the equalizer for Toronto in the third period, and he gets the game winner set up by Johannes Johansson. So a great win here for Toronto. They will come away with 2 points. Ottawa with 1 point here as the Battle of Ontario goes the way of Victor Kawaguchi and the Toronto Royals. Kawaguchi with 3 points here tonight as well. Point on all Toronto goals here tonight. So enjoy these highlights as the game comes to an end here in Toronto. We'll be right back with you for our post-game stats and information right after this. All right, thank you so much for joining us here, folks. From Toronto, we have our post-game stats and information from a 3-2 overtime win for the Toronto Royals over their Ontario rivals, the Ottawa Mounties. We take a look at some of the team stats there. Ottawa, I would say, outplayed Toronto through most of the game here tonight. They come away with 35 shots to Toronto's 27. They end up with one more hit than Toronto, 27-26. They dominate in the face-off dot, 28-20. Power plays, both teams come away with 1. Ottawa on 4 opportunities, Toronto on 5 opportunities. And then no shorthanded goals either way. So now we'll take a look at the individual stats here. We look first at Toronto. Again, Victor Kawaguchi with what a game here. 2 goals and an assist, leading to a +2 on 4 shots and a power play goal tonight as well. Johannes Johansson and Finn Ostergaard with 2 points here tonight, both being assists. And then our lone 1-point getter, Demian Fetisov, with a goal here tonight. No points here tonight for Jeremiah, Olsen, Alexanderson, Marshall, Arvidsson, Svensson, Medved, Cousins, Allard, Sigurdsson, Costa, Bowman, and Long. So without Jeremiah and Marshall getting a point, they needed Kawaguchi to be big. And actually, Johannes Johansson, that's big for him as well. Their defenseman they probably lean on the most from that top pair to be offensively gifted, and he does a good job coming up with 2 assists here tonight. The goalie for tonight, actually, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Our shots leaders, of course, let's just go over here. Cade Marshall and Victor Kawaguchi come away with 4. DJ Costa and Arvidsson with 3, and then a few with 2 and 1 as well. And then our hits leaders, we had Leif Olsen actually leading the way with 6, Alexanderson 4, Johansson 3, and then Vincent Bowman also with 3. Now, the goaltender, apologies for getting ahead of myself there. Zigmars Balotis, another great game, allows 2 goals on 35 shots for a 9.43 save percentage from the Latvian here tonight, so a great performance out of Zigmars Balotis. We go across now to the road team in this Battle of Ontario, the Ottawa Mounties. A single point for 6 players here tonight. Breckenridge and Armando with the 2 goals, and then LaFlame, Sundstrom, Vico, and McNevin with the assists here tonight. So no points for Blaha, Slavic, Franks, Shavakowski, Vesla, Markov, Schneider, Woodard, McNeil, Sharev, Knowles, and Ballet. Our shots leaders here tonight. Looks like 6 for Breckenridge, McNevin and Armando 5, Sundstrom 4, and then LaFlame and Vico with 3. And then our hits leaders, we have Blaha at 5, Breckenridge at 4. So not a very well, I should say it was a very well dispersed hit game here, as Blaha leading the way with 5. That's kind of a low number for him, but he still leads the way. And then Cameron Vandelar, I think he actually performed very well. I know that's a sub 900 save percentage, but Vandelar, I think he performed very well, just didn't have a ton of opportunities to get saves here tonight against Toronto, as they took quality over quantity. Tonight did Toronto. See 27 shots faced, saves 24 of them, comes up with an 8.89 save percentage in an overtime loss here tonight. We'll now take a peek at some of the goals, our highlights from tonight. Nothing in the first period. Demian Fetisov with a goal here in the second period. Puck was loose, knocked away from Kawaguchi, and then he flips it back to Fetisov, and he beats Vandelar over that glove, as you see the puck loose there. Poked away, Kawaguchi back up, and yeah, that Just a lot of net there from Vandelar, unable to cover all that net. We'll see it here. So he just leaves a lot of net over that right shoulder as he's trying to leak back to the middle. We'll head now to the third period as the Breckenridge power play goal, a face-off one. Breckenridge just, absolutely powders that one past Belotis. He didn't have a chance on this shot here from Breckenridge. Belotis, he still is actually kind of squared up to the middle, and he's unable to get across. I don't think he had much of a chance. He would have had to have read that puck going there kind of off the draw to be in front of that puck, as it was just blistered by Breckenridge. Then Victor Kawaguchi with the power play goal to tie things up. Deflected. It was initially ruled an illegal play as he had a high stick there, but I think they deemed, yes, that stick was low enough. And it was sent home by Victor Kawaguchi. And then the overtime winner by that same man, Victor Kawaguchi, with the breakaway, semi-breakaway, you could say. Johansson clears the defenseman, then just flips it to an area. Kawaguchi skates onto it, goes forehand, backhand, and flips it right past. We'll see it here. Johansson in front to Kawaguchi, goes forehand to the backhand and flips it right by Cameron Vandelar for the goal to win the game here. So that's going to do it for our coverage here from Toronto. A 3-2 overtime win in the Battle of Ontario. We'll send you out to our second game here on a Saturday night to Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. The Edmonton Dinos host an international matchup against the New York Empire. So I am Les Talk. Thank you so much for joining us here from Toronto, folks. Have a great rest of your night, and we'll see you out in Edmonton.